What if I told you that the world's most admired company, once worth $74 billion, turned out to be a complete illusion? One day, it was America's business superstar, praised by Wall Street, celebrated by politicians, and trusted by millions. The next, it was gone. Thousands lost their jobs, billions vanished, and the very system people believed in was shaken to its core. This is the shocking true story of Enron, the biggest corporate scandal of its time, and the lesson the world will never forget. Hey, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. There's always more coming your way. In the 1990s, Enron wasn't just a company, it was a symbol of the future. Magazines called it America's most innovative company 6 years in a row. It claimed it was changing the energy industry forever. It claimed it had cracked the code to endless profits. But behind the sleek presentations and fancy reports was a secret. Enron wasn't really making money. It was covering up billions in debt, manipulating markets, and lying to everyone. Investors, employees, even the government. To understand how this massive scam unfolded, we need to go back to the rise, the culture, the tricks, and finally, the fall of Enron. The story begins in 1985. Two companies, Austin Natural Gas and Internorth, merged to form Enron. At first, it was a regular energy pipeline business, nothing flashy, but its new CEO, Kenneth Lay, had bigger dreams. Lay brought in a young consultant named Jeffrey Skilling. Skilling had a bold idea. Instead of just transporting gas, Enron could create a market for energy, like Wall Street, but for electricity and natural gas. Enron would trade energy as a commodity, buy low, sell high, hedge risks, and profits from deals. This idea changed everything. Enron transformed from a boring pipeline company into a high-tech energy trading giant. Wall Street was impressed. Investors rushed in, Enron's stock price rose, and its reputation soared. But while the outside world saw a success story, inside Enron, the seeds of disaster were already being planted. Enron wasn't a normal workplace. It was ruthless. The company used a system called rank and yank. Employees were constantly ranked and the bottom 15% were fired each year. This created a culture where survivals meant taking huge risks or bending the truth. Skilling also introduced a controversial accounting trick called mark-to-market. Here's how it worked. Normally, you record profits when you actually earn them, but Enron recorded profits the moment a deal was signed, even if no money came in for years. So if Enron signed a 20-year deal, it could instantly claim billions in profits on paper. This made Enron look like it was always winning. Wall Street saw nothing but growth and innovation. But behind the curtain, the real cash wasn't there. Enron was building a tower of numbers that didn't exist. The bigger Enron got, the bigger the lies became. Losses started piling up, but instead of admitting failure, Enron buried them in secret partnerships called Special Purpose Entities, or SPEs. These were shell companies designed to hide debt. Whenever Enron lost money, it simply moved the losses onto these entities, keeping the main company's books looking clean. It was smoke and mirrors. Enron looked profitable, but it was drowning in debt. Meanwhile, traders were playing dangerous games. In California, Enron manipulated the energy market. They shut down the power plants on purpose, creating fake shortages so prices would skyrocket. On recorded calls, traders laughed about stealing money from grandma. This wasn't just a corporate trick anymore. Real people were paying the price. And yet, Wall Street loved Enron. Analysts praised it, banks invested billions, politicians pointed to it as the model of American innovation. Why? Because everyone was making money, at least on paper. Enron's stock price soared to $90 a share. Its market value hit $74 billion. Executives lived like celebrities. They threw lavish parties, gave inspiring speeches, and were treated like financial geniuses. But beneath the glitz and glamour, Enron was a castle built on sand, and the tide was coming. In August 2001, Jeffrey Skilling suddenly resigned as CEO, claiming personal reasons. Insiders were shocked. A few weeks later, an executive named Sharon Watkins wrote a memo warning that Enron could collapse in a wave of accounting scandals. She called it a house of cards ready to fall. By October, the truth was leaking out. Enron admitted it had overstated earnings by nearly $600 million. Confidence collapsed. The stock price nosedived. Credit agencies cut Enron's rating to junk status. And in December 2001, Enron filed for bankruptcy. At the time, it was the largest corporate bankruptcy in U.S. history. The fallout was brutal. Over 20,000 employees lost their jobs. Many also lost their retirement savings, which were tied up in Enron stock that became worthless. Investors lost billions, banks lost billions, and faith in corporate America was badly damaged. The scandal didn't just destroy Enron, it also took down Arthur Andersen, one of the world's top accounting firms, which had helped hide the fraud. Executives faced justice. Jeffrey Skilling was sentenced to 24 years in prison. CFO Andrew Fausto served 6 years. Kenneth Lay, Enron's founder, was convicted but died before sentencing. Enron became a cautionary tale. Enron's collapse changed business forever. In 2002, the US government passed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, forcing companies to be more transparent and making executives personally responsible for their financial reports. Enron also exposed the dangers of corporate greed, blind faith in markets, and the failure of watchdogs. It showed that when a company chases image over reality and profits over principles, disaster is never far away. Enron wanted to be the symbol of innovation. Instead, it became the symbol of corruption. Its rise and fall taught the world that numbers can lie, but the truth always catches up. Even today, Enron is a name that reminds us how fragile trust can be and how dangerous unchecked greed really is. Because Enron didn't just fail, it fooled the world until the illusion shattered. Thanks for watching. If this video grabbed your attention, subscribe and stick around. The next story is just around the corner.